Cracking peeps, your boy T-Money up in the Heezy. Happy Thursday evening. So tonight I'm just here to do another collection update for you guys. The culmination of things that I picked up over the last few days. I've got a few DVDs, some Blu-rays, and a t-shirt. So without further ado, let's get right up in this. Before I get into the media, I'll start it off with a new shirt that I ordered from Fright Rags. I'm really excited for what's in here. So, let's see what we got. Hopefully the size is right. The color is different, which is cool. I thought it was black, but it's not. Before I show you guys the shirt, though, let's see what we got for our little prize that they give us in Fright Rags fashion. See if it's another sticker I can add to the heater behind me. Project Cover the Heater. If it's a duplicate, I will put it up. If it's a new one, I won't. Ah, another fucking It sticker. Well, I have plenty of these, so I guess I don't need this one. But that's okay. At least I get my my little card that I have plenty of. And a green warhead. So cool. Alright, so the t-shirt I ordered is from their new line of basket case clothing. Really, really cool shirt. I went with the classic logo rather than their usual stuff just because I really just, like I said in my previous update, trying to steer away from the floating heads and the colorful images and whatnot and just go like classic if I can at all times. I really like that shirt though. I think it's sick. Love me some basket case, of course. And it says, "The tenant in room 7 is very small, very twisted, and very mad." Basket case. So, very cool. See if I can just kind of drape it without it falling down. But anyways, yeah, so very, very cool. It's not even in the picture anyway, so awesome. Big ups to Fright Rags for that. Alright, so first up I have a movie. So a while back there's a local mom and pop shop close to me that closed down, and I found this in the basement bargain section of the shop for like $2. So I grabbed it. It's a horrible film. Most of you guys know Bloody Murder. It's a total ripoff of Friday the 13th and all the slasher films from yesteryear. Trevor Morehouse being your killer. But I love my slasher films, so I decided to grab Bloody Murder 2 because of Horror Man Joe. He had recently discussed the film in one of his updates, saying that the second film was better than the first. So, yeah, I mean, it won't take much, because I'm not a big fan of the first film, so I'm hoping that the second film is better. But I figured I'd grab it. Just the completist in me was calling, and, you know, it's a slasher film. It's a mini slasher series. They only ever did 2 of these, so I figured why not grab them both for dirt cheap. So that is Bloody Murder 1 and 2. Bloody Murder 2 being the one I purchased for this update, but I figured I'd just show you them both. Alright. So next up is a new DVD. Indie movie that just came out, A Place in Hell. Been kind of on my clown kick ever since I watched Terrifier. I watched this movie the other night. It's okay. A Place in Hell is basically about a group of teens who are stalked by a psychotic killer in a clown costume. There's some background story involved, of course. Most of the movie taking place in a home. And it's not bad. I kind of enjoyed it for what it was. The kills weren't amazing. The picture quality in the film is not very good either. It's DVD, but it's indie, so it was a little grainy in a lot of spots. At least on my TV it was, I noticed. But still a fun film all the same. The ending is very cheesy. The killer is pretty lame, so it doesn't stand out. It's very run-of-the-mill, but still, if you're a big slasher enthusiast, I would recommend picking it up. That's A Place in Hell. Next up, we have Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke, my favorite Cheech and Chong film for sure. I remember watching this movie so many times growing up on cable television. So I was happy to find out that, at first I thought this was a Mill Creek release, but it was actually put out by Paramount. So, when it was released, I don't know when, but when I first saw the pre-orders going up on Amazon, I ordered it. It was cheap, reasonable price. So, Blu-ray DVD combo pack of Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. It also includes, it's the 40th anniversary edition, and it also includes some exclusive commentaries and interviews specifically for this release. So yeah, it's a good film. It's my favorite of the Cheech and Chongs, so I had to grab it. Next up, we have a new one from Troma, Grindsploitation Trilogy. It's basically the 3 grindsploitation films, which are basically faux compilations of grind exploitation trailers. So if you're into your trailer compilations and you like hours and hours and hours of exploitation footage, although we have plenty of these between Umbrella's releases and that other company, not AGFA. There's another company, Garage House Pictures. They put out a bunch of them. But, you know, you can never have too many. They're fun to turn on late at night when you're feeling like not paying attention and just kind of chillaxing and watching some exploitative trailers or something like that. So anyway, yeah, I've heard good things about this. This release was pretty expensive, actually. For a Troma film, I couldn't find it for less than 25 bucks anywhere on any website. So I wanted to grab it, though. So that's that. Excited to check it out. This one is a new one from Kino Lorber, Joan of Arc. I think this is from 1946, was it? 1948. I can't believe this film is in color. It just seems like so long ago. It's probably one of the very first color films. When did color first get introduced into... what is that? Oh, it's a movie, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Seems like it would probably be one of the first, though. Definitely among the earlier releases or earlier color films. But yeah, it's fun. Women are a woman heroine epic adventure. I haven't seen this movie, to be perfectly honest, but I'm sure it's very good. It's pretty well critically acclaimed, is what I was reading. And it's a big release for Kino, so I figured I'd support them and watch it. I'm sure it's a lot of fun. And next up, we have another Kino Lorber release, Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend. This sounded really, really fun. Kind of in the same spirit as Jurassic Park. The People That Time Forgot, or The Land That Time Forgot, something like that. Basically a group of people discovering Brontosaurus babies, I think, in the Amazon or in an African jungle. And then they are trying to escape from a crazy clan of a native, what do you call it? A native, fucking, you know what I'm trying to say. Natives, local natives, trying to escape from the local natives as well as a mad scientist. So kind of an epic adventure movie involving dinosaurs, evil scientists, and evil, I keep wanting to say townsmen, but natives. Fucking evil natives, man. Next up, we have really cool Indiegogo. I had signed up for this movie, this release, right off the bat. Shout out to Horrors Ball for the recommendation, turning me on and introducing me to this film. We have The Witching Season. This is a really cool signed release of the Blu-ray. DVD, or I'm sorry, Blu-ray are BVR, right? BVR? No, BR, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. It's a black burned on demand disc, but that's okay. Picture quality is good for what it is. It's basically a anthology film, but I don't believe there's a wraparound story. I started watching it the other night, and I really liked what I saw. The witches, and so a lot of the stories in this were really interesting. Killer on the Loose is the first one, dealing with an escaped killer that lurks in the shadows of an isolated home on Halloween night. Princess is the second one. In search of a new beginning, Kendra and her daughter Jamie move into a quiet home in the suburbs, but something evil lurks in the basement. Not Alone. Upon waking from a horrible nightmare, Kyle struggles to bridge the gap between his dreams and reality. They Live Inside Us. A writer spends the night in a notoriously haunted house in hopes of finding inspiration for his latest project. He soon realizes that he's living in his own horror society, in his own horror story. Is That You? The last one is confined to her bedroom on Halloween night. Whitney notices an eerie figure lurking outside her home. So all excellent shorts dealing with Halloween and the theme of the season, and it's just very good. I wish this would have come out around Halloween time because it's a perfect film for that. But inside this release, I also got a little like note card / still or whatever, thanking me for joining the campaign and supporting the people behind The Witching Season. So yeah, really, really awesome release. You guys can also watch this, I think, on Amazon if you have Prime. But yeah, really, really stoked for that. 2 more items, guys, and then that's it. I got a new one from Scream Factory. We have Cyborg, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme. This one I kind of debated grabbing for a long time because I'm not really You know, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Jean-Claude Van Damme film, for one, and the fact that it's Scream Factory releasing a action film. I like action, adventure, exploitation type films, cheesy action flicks quite a bit, but I don't know why. I just wasn't really in the mood for this. But I decided to pull the trigger nonetheless, and I grabbed Cyborg. I also got a poster for this one, too, which I am in no rush to put up, so if anybody wants to buy this from me, feel free to holler at your boy. I mean, I wouldn't charge very much for it at all, considering you can still get it, and I doubt it's going to sell out anytime soon. But, yeah, I don't know. Kind of curious about this one. The synopsis on this one says, deteriorating from a deadly plague, 21st century America is descending into a barbaric nightmare. Only Pearl Prophet, a beautiful half-human / half-cyborg, has the knowledge necessary to develop a vaccine. But during her quest to gather data and bring the cure to the world, Pearl is captured by cannibalistic flesh pirates who plot to keep the antidote for themselves and rule the world. Now, only saber-wielding hero Gibson Rickenbacker, played by Van Damme, of course, none other than Van Damme, can rescue her and save civilization. So it actually sounds quite fun. So that's Cyborg. If you guys have seen this and know anything about it, let me know. It's new to me, that's for sure. And last but not least, guys, there was a seller on Cult Media Facebook group who was advertising. I couldn't pass up on this deal. So a while back, Arrow Video released Necromantic 2 limited edition. I was able to grab it and keep it nice and preserved because I have the Cult Epics release of this. And I was always kind of shooting myself in the foot that I was never able to. I wasn't really paying attention when they released the first Necromantic limited edition release. So I never did pick that up because it was going for way too much money. But somebody was advertising for it a few weeks ago on Cult Media for $30 for the first Necromantic limited edition. The catch being that the interior box that it comes in is in kind of rough, beat up condition. It's definitely far from pristine. These were, when they were releasing these releases, they were definitely the flimsy exterior boxes. So now that they've hardened them up, you're less likely to get damage on the surface like that. But anyway, for 30 bucks, I had to grab it. You can see some of the worst of the wear being right there by the arrow symbol on the side of the spine, and on the bottom there too, it's torn. But I opened it up, inspected the whole thing. The discs are mint, all the contents are inside, nice huge booklet. So, you know, for the price, I had to grab it just for the collection, for collector purposes. So now I can display them on my shelf like that, which is fantastic. Necromantic 1 and Necromantic 2. So yeah, really, really happy to finally have both of these films. And I thought, for 30 bucks, why not? I mean, totally had to jump on that one. So I really dig the cover artwork on both of them, but this one's really cool as well. Well, they both are. It's a toss-up. So guys, that's my update for this Thursday evening. I'm going to go watch a movie and hit the sack. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all soon. Peace.